Inspiration for me translate quite transliteral in spirit. And spirit is a living current, no? And breath also. And inspires when I am there. That's it. And a little bit of the mastery of the art is the capability to surrender the means, like playing, singing, or like the musical sense in general, surrender it to that breath, no? So you breathe music, no? So there inspire music.
That's what I feel so much in the pujas, like with the mantras. It's like I'm just breathing, you know. I'm just breathing air and exhaling voice. It's not like I'm just
For me, there is a breaking point that makes the turning of just nice music to profound music, to real music, which is when, like, a feeling of intimacy, you know? Whether with the instrument or with the whole offering, and it's like the heart is relaxes and begins to just enters in with the total of the body, you know, and the cells, even the cells begin to resonate in that, you know, like communicating the whole body, you know, and the whole instrument.
Yeah, I mean, in those moments of like pure creation, no, where it feels like more pure. Like what I feel is like there's a complete surrender in that moment, like to any ideas that can come, because like the mind, of course, it's all the time there, but there's like a complete giving away all the time. And then for me in that moment there is no room, there is no anything, no, like and in that moment, yeah, like there can be mind, like there can be the technique somehow going on there, but it doesn't, it's like subordinated, like submitted to the really like the heart, like to that surrender. Also, it's like in those moments there is no, I feel there's no interference, like the interference is completely cancelled. Like whatever filter could be, I'm thinking more like in the moments of like improvisation or like more like empty spaces. When it starts getting more and more there, it's like the inspiration is truly allowed to. There's like no gap between what comes in and what goes out. Like it's direct. Yeah. So there's like all ideas, all judgment, all like resistance. It's just it's intimacy. It's
very interesting how that little delay, when we enter in communication, it collapses.
Yeah.
No? Like when you just enter with the mind, no, there is a little delay, you know, from when the action is sent, no, to the execution. No, there is a little, but then, you know, when we found that space, that flow, you know, like it's instantaneous. Just, and not only my intention with the instrument, and no, with the, it just happens everything simultaneously. No sign or everything, just boom, happens. But it's so cool because it's like, it's not that there is no will in there. There is a will to communicate in there, even with some texture, with some. But it's only one mind in there because I mean, it's impossible that two persons, thinking different things, could ever have the same intention in the same specific instant,
Yeah.
And that's it's ecstatic. Yeah. There's no limit. The feeling has no limit. And it extends infinitely. When it's true, it extends. I mean, it's enchanting because when it truly penetrates the whole being, I mean, you cannot think anything else about but its beauty,
Mm.
and just like engage more deeply into the relationship with, you know? So it's really enchanting. It takes you. And what is enchantment of true love, you know? So it extends, you know, it's not that it gets you more and more in, but gets you more and more out, you know? And the good thing is that, you know, any two that find it, then if it's stabilized, then extends like crazy. Like,
benefits everyone.
yeah. And many of the experiments we have been doing here, you know, like to bring about like more energy into the transmission, no? Or more benevolent ways or more beautiful ways to express this love, no? Usually we used to just get in 2 or maximum 3, experiment, truly find it, and then extend, you know, to the rest of the musician and the rest of the community and the rest of the world.
Okay, I feel also everyone has like their way to receive it. You know? Like how you translate that communication is so like very individual somehow. It's like you choose like how much you want to receive or how much you can receive in that moment.
We receive what we are ready to receive, no? So a safe context in which we receive each other so wholly, then the giving is established, no? And once the giving is established,
and when you give each other so wholly.
yeah, then you learn to stay in that place, no? So it's much more easy to extend it. What we always look at was the notion of the room. Like the room is like the universe, the perceptual universe in that instant, you know? And like that perfect communication occurs with a total surrender. Like that communication cannot happen if the room, the totality of the room, is surrendered to that communication, and we have been facing that. And sometimes, like for example with chanting, no, we are screaming at each and every one until, hey, you know, there's something going on. Like the work of poking, no? Like sometimes I feel like poking in chanting. But what I mean with this is that like I can knock to the door to say, hey, there's something beautiful available, but the decision has to be total in the totality of the context, no? And when it happens, you know? And also like the bright use of memory, like a memory of light, you know? And music in particularly for most of humanity has some memory of light with music, most unlikely with any other symbol. Like music in particular is really universal, and that's why it's more easy to people to just surrender to that light, you know, because the memory is there, you know, it's something that activates really easily. That's really cool of this medium. Yeah, for me, it's at first like it's always by grace, not that surrender, but like I would say almost by random finding those moments, like registering those moments, really by random and not knowing why, and finding the state of grace basically, where that perfect communication occurs, and then once it occurs enough times, sets a marker, like, and the rest is really gets so low, so it's painful. Like for me, playing music without being in that state of grace is painful. I mean, there is faith now of surrender and letting that state to enter in. But yeah, if there is no communication, for me there's no music.
Because what matters truly is like the transformation in place. Like, like it's not even about pretending perfect communication from the beginning of anything, because we all come with our like our character, whatever. But in the joining, or in that mark of like, okay, this is my this is what I'm giving myself to right now. Like there's always a transformation in place. And that's where I always feel like music is really happening, when something purifies, like something transforms in the moment.
Totally. Like there is nothing in my awareness that is not resonating in the, like basically there is nothing disturbing, because it's there, it's perfect. But to get there has to be like the turning of the heart, like the opening, So yeah, stop being about music, but it's just the communication flows and it's like, honestly, it simply happened. Like me playing music, there was no plan. I started doing it, and it just happened. And when you throw yourself to something, and simply happens, and there was never like for me a thought of, oh, I want to be a musician. It was just, I was a musician. So all my life was only living as that. That's really joyful. Brings a lot of energy and a lot of fire and life. Here I am.
Yeah, for me, I think it's about the life flowing in that moment. Like for me, with music, there is no way to be everywhere, anywhere else than in the present moment. And in the feeling that it's communicating there.
That freedom in the relationship with music, if I don't find that freedom in the relationship with the ones I'm in, So in that sense, was like our work here was not only playing music, but truly getting intimate between us. And the whole ordeal that implies.
Yeah, like to truly just use it as a tool that can expand or facilitate that transmission but just that, just really that. Like to truly be free there, you know? Yeah, I'm free because I have all these possibilities. I have the possibilities and like whatever. I don't feel limited in that sense. But you know that the goal is the love, is the transmission of love.